Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mayur, and in this series we are going to solve SQL 50 questions from LeetCode, and today we are on our 31st question. So today's question is actually a very good question. It's pretty simple but has the concept of writing subqueries in SQL. Let's try to check it out. So the question name is primary department for each employee. Okay, we have only one table over here which has three columns: employee ID, department ID, and primary flag. Cool. So the question is, I'll just read out few important lines from this. Note that when an employee belongs to only one department, their primary flag column is n. Okay, and which means okay, so write the solution to report all the employees with their primary department. Okay, for employees who belong to one department, report their only department. So I'll tell you by example. So we have this as an like this is the example. So if this for employee ID 1, I have only one record, so the primary flag is n over here. Okay, so the primary department for employee 1 is 1. Now for 2, I have two departments, 1 and 2, but as you can see the primary department of 2 is 1. So the one which is primary of out of these two is the one where y is printed. Okay, so we have two conditions over here. So one, I have to select the people with n, and out of these which has multiple records, I have to select which has y in it. Okay, we'll see how we can achieve that. So, and for example, for employee ID 4, we have these three rows, and only 3 with the department ID 3 I have a y, which means the department ID 3 is its primary. So primary department of employee 4 is 3. Okay, so let's start writing the query. First I'll select from what will I select? I'll select employee ID score ID comma department ID from employees, because the table name is employee. Okay, the condition here is where primary flag is equal to, in quotes because text, is y. Okay, and where primary flag equal to y. Cool. And or, because and means I'll have to satisfy both the conditions which we don't want. So or the second condition is employee ID in. So what in does is that it will check in this particular query, does the condition satisfy for the employee ID column. Okay, so in, and here we'll write us another query, select employee ID from employee, where now our y is satisfied, right, but our n is not. We haven't written any condition with n. So the condition here will be, if the count of department ID for that particular employee is 1, it will satisfy the condition, right? So if I have to do that, actually I'll have to group it, right? Select employee ID from employee, group by, I'll write it normally so that it will be easier for you to understand. Employee, group by employee ID. Now I've told in the earlier videos as well, if I have to write a condition after group by, we'll use the keyword having count of department, or you can say count of department underscore id is equal to 1. When it is this, we'll get those in output. Let's check first whether we have written the correct query or not. It's accepted. Let's try to submit to satisfy all the test cases. Yeah, so our query is running. So I'll quickly try to explain what I've written over here. So what we are actually doing over here, we are just satisfying two conditions. First, I'm selecting these two columns out of the table, correct, from employee, where primary flag equal to y. Where it is y, there we will get the respective department ID and the employee ID. Or another query which I have written is, now to satisfy the employees or the particular employee ID, what I'll have to do, I'll write a subquery where I'll write in this format. I'll put which column to select, employee ID in. So you check the column employee ID in this subquery. So what I'm trying here is, I'm writing select employee ID from employee, group by employee ID, having count of department ID equal to 1. So if you want, I can show it to you what we are actually getting as well. Let's try to run this. Okay, see, I got the employees ID 1 and 3. So मैंने किया क्या है यहाँ पे, okay, so 1, so here see, select employee ID from employee, ठीक है, grouping it by the employee ID, ठीक है, 1 2 3 4, having count of department 1, ठीक है. So 1 has only one record in it and 3 has only one record in it. This is what we got, correct. And the another condition, which is to satisfy the y condition, we have written the other this query. This is the whole query. So let's try to submit it once again. Accepted. So the key takeaway from this particular question is only this much of how we are writing the subquery. Okay. So here we are just saying taking the employee ID which is having the count of department ID 1, which means that there is only one record in the whole database. So yeah, this was the 31st question, guys. If you have any doubts, queries, do let me know. And if you want my explanations to be in some different way, do let me know in comments. Like, share and subscribe, and thank you so much for watching my videos. Have a nice day.